Good morning. I'm here on behalf of Jeffrey Briggs, who is the owner of Productive Media. And this is a letter that I'm going to read that he has asked me to read for you. Good morning. First of all, let me say that I would much rather be having a good breakfast at Woodland Golf Club rather than coffee here at the lovely Taunton Holiday Inn. And let me put it right out there, right up front. My becoming a member of the CEO Club of Boston was one of the best things that happened for me and for Productive Media. So happy 15th anniversary. 5 years ago, a competitor, Jeff Starfield, asked me to videotape the 10th anniversary meeting of the CEO Club of Boston. By the way, thank you, Jeff. CEO after CEO commented on how Fred and the CEO Club had improved their lives. During that meeting, Fred invited me to sit at one of the roundtable sessions. It was 2010, the recession was in full swing. I had lost a couple of key accounts, and I was reeling from a major sales management defection. Enter the roundtable session. By the time Craig Saratani and Stephen Garreau finished slapping me around, with love, as Craig put it, I realized that my company and I might just make it, if I listened to all those CEOs. Over the last 5 years, each and every member of the CEO Club has listened to and advised me on human resource questions, landlord issues, management questions, Christmas presents, scotch selections, window treatments, you name it. In addition, my staff and I have made contact and learned from many of the experts who've presented at these meetings. I think that Catherine has probably read more of the books that I've brought back than I have. In fact, I'm sure of it. And one more thing, I'm glad our newly appointed COO, Heather Kent, is delivering this letter because I'm not sure if I could speak about Fred and Carol without getting all weepy and stuff. They are, by far, the two kindest, nicest, and most humble human beings I have ever met. In fact, Fred was just telling me the other day that he is the most humble person he's ever met. When I videotaped that 10th anniversary meeting, I heard the words caring and supportive over and over again. Frankly, it was odd hearing so many people say it. I didn't, and probably couldn't at the time, understand why all of these people in expensive suits were saying such nice things about Fred and Carol and the CEO Club, but I do now. A while ago, when I confided in Fred and Carol that my son was having serious trouble with college mates, so much so that he eventually changed schools to go from BU to Cornell, both of them offered sound, warm, and patient advice. And after Jimmy was accepted to Cornell in lovely Ithaca, New York, Fred quietly pulled me aside and said, "You know you have to be prepared to drive out there at a moment's notice." I had to do that for my son a couple times. It may not seem like much from the retelling, but at that moment of shared experience, compassion, wisdom, humanity, whatever you want to call it, that is what the CEO Club is all about for me. We're not a bunch of hard-hearted, power-hungry, world-conquering industrialists, except maybe for Ken Lizotte, because I don't buy that thoughtful writer, nice guy facade. We're hardworking men and women who need an honest, uncensored peer group, and because of the CEO Club of Boston, we have one. Thank you, Carol and Fred, and the rest of you. Okay, and thanks to you, Ken Lizotte, too.